All right, we should be good to go. Nothing, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Let me get a couple things figured out. By the way, how's the mic quality? Is it good? I went back to one of my old streams and felt like there's a couple filters there that I want to get rid of. So I hope it sounds a little more clean now, natural. It's a bit soft. I could probably just fix that by being closer to my mic. But there's also, hold up, I have an idea. Alright, how is this? Is this better? Too much, just right? Still low? Here's our little dungeon room. Oh, I can totally take this off and put the other one back. Yep. All right, cool. We're good then. We are cooking. Where did we leave off last time? I'm not actually quite sure. Yep. Oh, so the delay is 27 seconds. Damn. I totally forgot to look into it. We finished the dungeon, did we? That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, I think we were deciding on different loot to put in. Probably the timer too. What were we trying to do here though? This was the boulder. Waste of time. We set up restrictions, but I think for the most part we got everything. Aqua, welcome. I like D&D Dungeon. Glad you do. Here's a great time to put any ideas you want. Okay. Trying to recap what our notes were. Okay, this was rolling just like what kind of lever it is. I think the puzzle room's good. The maze is good. Yeah, so the last thing is just what kind of different items do we want to put in. In this part, we don't really necessarily need to think. No worries. Go ahead and take your time. Nothing. All right. So, I think Dungeon 1 is good. You can just look at last stream. You know what? Not a bad idea. All right, hold up. To do it, they want loot. Basically means they just need to beat a rock to death to move the boulder on Friday. So I hope to see you guys there. That being said, the odds of me streaming tomorrow are probably finished tomorrow. With that though, we are going to end the stream. Thank you for anyone who tuned in. Coffee. Okay, yeah, we definitely stopped at the boulder. See, here's this is a little Midnightception. But yeah, here's a great streamer, guys. This was actually a really fun stream. I like this guy a lot. Yeah, we definitely stopped at the boulder. But I think I'm good to call it for Dungeon 1. We can move on to Dungeon 2. Let's do that. Alright, Dungeon 2. So we made one that was heavily riddle-based. I think the next one we make is a combat-based one. I'm a fan of let's make it inside of a church, like a destroyed church. All right. Underneath the church is a staircase that will take us to our dungeon. And now we can build out the layout. I love this music for Arthas. Yeah, super good. The channel is Bits and Hits on YouTube. Shout out to them to letting people use their music on stream. Fantastic and amazing music producers. Okay. This is where we stop being 3D for the illustration. This is just a drawing. But now we need to design the dungeon itself. So, first, big room. There's always a big room at the start. I don't really care to put optional paths for this one. I think we just open it up to more. Oh. Right. Let's put a gate here. Alright, I had a different idea for a dungeon. No, actually, it's a little too similar to how the first one works for it to be anything crazy. Let me move this so we get some room. We need some space. There we go. Okay. This will be our door. Leads to our next hallway. This will be a dead end. Good music to study and fall asleep to. Yeah, absolutely. It's very gentle, very nice. It's also the music that, after so many times writing stuff for D&D, it's oddly enough the one that gets my mind going the best. Okay. I'm gonna have another staircase here. Going down the stairs into like a circle-like arena that has the other 4 stairs that each open up to a different avenue is where we can kind of get creative with stuff. Except for this one. We'll have this just be destroyed rocks and stuff. Rubble. Do I want to do rubble or do I want to do... Yeah, let's do rubble. And then these are stairs. Clarifying in case, All right. Now, here is where you guys are going to come in. Each of you will have 3 traps that you guys can set in this dungeon. Let me clarify this. Chat rules. Each of you have 3 various traps you can place in the dungeon. Each trap must be unique, but can be a repeat of another chatter. Cool. And butt sneeze. Excuse me. All right. Perfect. So think about which traps you guys want to place in this dungeon at any given point in time, and you get to do that. And I'm going to continue building a basic layout. I'm trying to visualize this 3D. You go to the stairs, you go down. If you go up, we'll have another staircase that takes you up. Oof, too big. What kind of rooms do I want? I think over here, I want this to be a large ballroom. Whoops. Let's erase this. We are going to design this fight at the end. For now, we're going to move over here for the optional stuff. I could put a spherical room, but I'm trying to think. What can we put here? I've ran so many dungeons. I'm trying the best to try to do something new, something unique. Bless you. Thank you very much for that, Bless. Also, Trap 1, a mirror is laid out somewhere in the hallway of a dungeon. Upon investigation, has a chance to spawn a changeling-like enemy, or at least an illusion of a PC. This is a great idea. Let's put the mirror. I'm new to dungeon design. No worries. This is a fantastic idea. We're going to put a mirror here. And if somebody interacts with the mirror, it's not going to spawn the changeling near them, but somewhere random in the maze. Or the dungeon, rather. In the off chance that one of the players, or some of the players are split up, they can run into the changeling. You know, like the shapeshifter. So, great trap idea. Can I color this in? No, that's fine. Or it can be an illusion of a loved one if that has to be more appropriate. The mirror will always work for any players. Sometimes you'll have some players that don't have any characters in their backstory, so then they do that card of like, oh, I don't have a loved one, and it's like, alright. However, what we can do is still grab your idea and add it to the ballroom. What I'm thinking is... what color do we want to... let's just do green now. Is laid out around the ballroom, there's going to be a bunch of portraits of their loved ones. We don't quite know what's going to be there, what to do with it, but it'll be some mechanic. Or better yet, it could actually be like sort of a ghostly appearance. Oh, whoops. A ghostly appearance that are in the ballroom. Oh, okay, yes. So you know what? The ballroom is less of an actual initiative fight and more of kind of a mystery. Really no way to draw it other than type it. ballroom mechanic. Each player will find a series of loved ones or known NPCs as guests attending the ballroom. The objective is to find out which character... what's the best way to say this? Actually, let me erase that. Let me put it as a new paragraph. The imposter is disguised as one of these NPCs. And the players must find out which one before... Do we want to put on a time limit, or killing them one by one, or rather attacking them one by one? You can teleport them out of the room. You know what? Before the final song of the night, it's a ballroom, so we put some music on it. Okay, this is a good rough idea at the start. We'll have to work. Now we need to think about a condition. What happens if they choose wrong? We could have it that the imposter summons more imposters. Like there becomes 2 imposters or 3 imposters, but unless we have something else going on, that's really not a big deal. This is where we gotta put our thinking cap on. We could just say they take X amount of damage, honestly. I'm gonna say 2d12 psychic damage. I think that's how you spell it. I'm gonna go verify before I embarrass myself. Turns out I was correct. Good, 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 good. That would have been very embarrassing. Alright. Okay, so we have this ballroom mechanic going on here. We kind of know the idea of what we want to do for the final room. Not all dungeons really need to be super long or, like, convoluted. It's fine to just have a couple rooms that go to the boss. Just scale that in the reward. If it's the imposter route, it could be an alternative version of themselves. If we have a generic good pally, it spawns an evil or corrupted version of themselves that... Or they spawn their worst nightmare for your or spider, something like that. So... we could... So it comes down to 2 options. Because they'll obviously know which ones are the imposters, but we could make them fight like an evil version of themselves. Which is always kind of a cool classic thing. So how about we mix that? When they find the imposter, that is what the imposter will do. On successfully... Oops. The imposter. The players will find... do I want to say... How do I write this in a way that if they're good or they're evil, it works out? Alignment? I mean, this is a little too technical. Other versions of themselves that they will be forced to fight. On defeating all imposters. Upon defeating all clones, I guess, the imposter will fall. Oh no, stream crash from Reaperback, no worries. Let me think. Yeah, they're not really doing a fight before, so it's not a big deal if they have to fight the imposter. Okay. So, our idea here is that they're going to enter this ballroom. They're going to find a bunch of their NPCs around partying, dancing, enjoying a nice ballroom. Paying attention to details, they'll eventually find the imposter. When they do, then it spawns different versions of the player characters. For example, if they're good, it's now an evil version of them, or if they're evil, it's a good version. Pointing is opposite faction that then kind of shows them what could have been. Usually when you do these situations, you want to set up what happens if the player doesn't change. Like, kind of the idea is to make them accept something. I guess that's a better way than clones. Upon defeating all opposites. But if a player is defeated by their opposite, this can be kind of a cool mechanic, and it's that the opposite becomes them. Takes control, and now they have to play towards that alignment and that thought process. Okay, actually, I'm a huge fan of this. Yeah. I think real quick. Over here, we are going to have a lever. Gelatinous cube. I think that's how you spell the gelatinous cube. Lever, not level. Alright. So, if this lever is pulled, it will spawn a gelatinous cube. Sorry. And the gelatinous cube will... Aha, perfect dimensions. The gelatinous cube will shift in and cover the area. let's do another lever. Let's put one here in case they don't learn their lesson. And this one will spawn an Indiana Jones boulder. Alright, cool. So, this lever spawns a boulder that comes hurling. We could just say boulder. The idea doesn't need to be described. Okay, so if they grab this one, yeah, that's good enough. Kid setting, welcome. What have I missed? Not anything much. We pretty much wrapped up the first dungeon. Wasn't really much changes we needed. So now we're jumping to the second one. For this one, you guys have a different set of rules. Each of you can place down 3 various traps. They have to be different traps, but if you see something that another person in chat put that you really like, you can put 2 of those. But I at least want each of you to try to think of different trap ideas. Change alignment for the duration of the dungeon seems a bit harsh unless they like that kind of grittiness where their agency gets taken away from a bit. I'm a fan of this change being permanent until they find someone like a cleric or essentially any kind of magician that can kind of remove a curse like that. Seems a bit harsh if it's forever, I mean. Sorry if you mentioned otherwise. Stream is starting out for me at the moment. No worries. Yeah, it is very brutal, but it is up to the DM. So this is the part that's kind of the change. It's up to the DM how strong the opposite is, right? Because you can make it that it's like their character but has half the health, half the abilities. So it's pretty easy to beat. Or a DM can say, hey, this is more of like a mental thing. I want you to sort of admit something from your character and kind of have a way to like question your beliefs or deal with trauma or anything. Or it could just be fully hard combat. It's kind of up to the DM to scale it how they want. Yeah, I gotta have those classic dungeon traps. Yeah. I mean, the first one is like, oh, haha, got you. Reminder, it's D&D, right? The classic one. The second one is just, if you are an idiot and a dumbass and you pull it again, you're getting another trap immediately. Okay. We have the gelatinous cube. We have the boulder. I think we have enough of throwing shit at them. But, just for the sake of it, we could do the funniest thing ever. And just put a third one. I think don't the North room it? Not necessarily. So excuse me. Aqua had a trap she put. Or she or he, I actually don't know. Aqua put a trap of a mirror that if they interact with it, it summons an imposter version of them somewhere in the dungeon. I believe is what we worked with. So I'm going to assume that pretty much it's a mirror. We're going to say if you touch it. We'll say that the reflection is a little bit off. And if a player physically touches the mirror somewhere random in the dungeon, it's going to spawn an imposter. And this is more prevalent if people split up. So. If we really want to large scale it. Oh, actually, you know what? Failure to What's the right word I want to say that YouTube will allow me to say? Failure to neutralize. The imposter will result in it escaping into the world. Okay, now it's a bit of a manhunt, because if they don't kill the imposter while they're in the dungeon, it is going to leave, go out into the world, and cause all kinds of different situations for them. This will be good. This will be funny as shit. Yes, that works if you take the Cleric cleansing round. Yeah, exactly. I'm a huge fan of setting up like churches, temples, or different areas that like if the players receive something that's like a curse or something they have to go to, and they kind of have like a cleric or a priest there or a paladin that can like sort of cleanse them of what's going on. It's a lot of fun. Fish barrel? Is that the trap you're thinking of? A fish barrel? Because we could totally put a barrel of fish. Alright. Do you have any particular place you want to put the fish barrel? I think we could probably put it right here. If they mess up, there's a small chance they fall off the cliff. What kind of fish do you want in there? Piranhas, goldfish, pufferfish, salmon for them to eat if they're hungry. Eels. The possibilities are endless. If the imposter escapes, that'll be scary. Yeah, exactly. And they would have knowledge, too. The idea is they're gonna see the imposter and it's gonna try to, like, run away. And it'll, like, kind of be, like, almost like a prank. The first one, so you want piranhas? Alright, sure. You guys are all thinking of all kinds of evil traps. Barrel of fish. Actually, barrel containing, there we go. Piranhas. I think there's an H somewhere in piranhas. That looks right. I think it's a 1N. Piranhas. I'm gonna say it's this. No? Oh my goodness. Ah, I see where I messed up. Before anyone judges me, when's the last time you spelled piranha? Alright. Barrel containing piranhas. You know, just your average thing that you would run into. Alright. I need to keep a tally of what you have all made so far. So, right now we have Aqua with 1. Soup, the skeleton, funny name. You have 1. Kid has not put anything yet. Soup, the skeleton. Fish barrel seems so random, I love it. Yeah, it's a good one. It's actually really funny. Alright. In case anybody recently joined and does not know what's going on, I am setting... So, we set up the first dungeon. We've done that. In the second dungeon, the condition is I'm making the dungeon, but you all have the opportunity to place 3 various traps anywhere within the dungeon, but each trap must be unique. However, if you guys looked at Soup and said that was a great idea, putting barrels of piranhas, you can absolutely put more barrels of piranhas. Let's think. After the ballroom, do we just want to and the dungeon there. I mean, it feels like it's a pretty big event. Yeah, I'm actually really cool with ending it there. Question is, do we want anything else going on in the circle? Now, last time I had a big circle like this, there was a giant spider up above them. And while we could have another spider, man, I do not know how to draw a spider for the life of me. We could have another spider, but I want to put something a little more mind twisting. Do a mirror maze one. Make the floor combo when they try to navigate it. Make it so it takes 1 action to check for a mirror. If you dash, you will take damage equal to 1d4 plus your dex. A mirror maze. Upon running into the wall, if you ran into a wall in any way, either by dashing or walking, you lose 5 feet of movement. Do you mean... I'm a little confused by what a mirror maze is. This is an ant that has 8 legs. No, you just can't see the other 2 legs. It's invisible. Yeah, this is a rogue spider with invisibility. On 2 of its legs. Yeah. Everybody knows that. Chat, you guys all understood that part, right? All right. Clarify to me what you mean by a mirror maze. A fake trap, it's a hole, but it's not. You have to roll Arcana to see it's fake. A fake trap. It's a hole, but it's not. Okay, so it's just a gaslighting hole, then. Yeah, we could do this. Let's put it right here. Gaslighting hole. It looks like a trap, but isn't. I put an image of it in the Discord. Let me see. Oh, I see what you mean now. This is what you're talking about. Yeah, we could actually do this. Okay, so let's open up another room here, then. And this is pretty good. Because if they try to... Alright, yeah. I have an idea here, nothing. It's good that you thought of this, because if they pull this lever and the boulder comes in, and it forces them to have to move, they are forced to go into your mirror maze. It's a trap within a trap. It's a double whammy. We're so goated. Alright, there's no real way to draw the mirror maze. So the next best thing I could probably do is... Give me 1 second. Oh. No, doesn't want to work. Alright, it doesn't want to copy the image. I might just try to find another one. Haha! Alright. They walk into this. There we go. Problem solved. They mean like a House of Mirror? Yeah. I was just a little dumb. It's been a long time since I've been to a carnival. Or go into the fake hole. What happens if they go into the fake hole, though? Because it's a fake hole. Idea. A different kind of mirror in a small flooded sub-basement room. Exists a bronze mirror. Interacting with it will transport you to a small illusionary town trapped in perpetual winter. If your physical body falls over, well, who can say how long that water's been flooding the room? So, pretty much, there will be a basement. How about instead of doing a basement, or rather, like, putting a basement somewhere, if they fall down, either from Nothing's Trap here with the mirror maze, then they go into this room you're talking about, kid. Or if they fall down from the center here with the piranhas, they also go to that room. Let's do that. So in this room, there is water. This looks like water, right? It's a little too, I should probably just make it a little more wavy. And in the room exists a small acetate bronze mirror. We could put it on a little table. Alright. Over here is going to be a little mirror. It's going to be like this. And if they mess with it... Discord to the... Oh, yeah. Link to the Discord. Yeah, I got you. I tell myself every stream to just have it ready and tabbed. And then I always mess up. This is a link to our Discord. Feel free to join. Alright. What were we cooking up, chat? I lost my train of thought. Yeah. I totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh, okay. Going off of Kid's trap here. So, interacting with the mirror will put you in a small illusionary town with perpetual winter. Okay, so we can say that the longer they're there, the colder they're getting, and because they're filled with water, it's going to mess them up even more. Oh boy. Alright. And real quick, this drawing takes you to a little winter town. It's like gingerbread houses. It's like a Christmas. Alright. And you are pretty much physically transported within this world. And it is snowing. In case anyone doesn't know that it's snowing, we're gonna put a little sleigh. That's all, you know, that works. All right. Let's see. Make it a trolley problem room. They can torture a person for the key. Or they can try and craft the key, but they have a chance of lighting the room they are... Oh, lighting the room they're on fire. I'm saying mirror in the room. Trap activates while in the mind somewhere else. If said character's body physically falls over, they... Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. Okay, and this could be a really good opportunity for a certain kind of possible impostor to come and interrupt them. Yeah, this works perfect. Alright, that's a good one. So kid with 1, nothing with 1. Make a trolley problem room. So you were saying a trolley problem room. I'm confused how they would like craft a key. Oh, okay, I see. So they can do option A to the person for the key or try to craft it themselves with a chance to light it on fire. All right, we're going to have to divide into a sub-room. Where do we want to put this room? Let's open it up here. So, here's Nothing's next room. And trolley problem situation. Okay. A chest that slaps you sleepy if you open it. I love it. We're going to put the chest in this next room over here. We haven't entirely decided what this room is just yet, but we just know that there is the chest of slapping. Cool. They'll like fortune fire and lighting themselves if they are not careful. Yeah. All right. Looks like overall we're good. Oh. Teleport around. Okay. I think we have a great amount of traps. But you guys need to think of more. Everyone needs to get to 3 somehow. So far, Nothing's in the lead. Doing great. Yeah, let me move this a little here, make it a little bigger. I just want it to kind of encompass what this room is. There we go. Make a credits room at the end of the dungeon. It's all the creators in the game. The dungeon have to scroll, and the player's locked inside till it ends. You know what? That's actually a great idea. I think that is definitely a certified trap. So upon exiting the ballroom, they are faced with kind of almost like a mural here, and it will have everyone's names here who worked on the Discord or on the dungeon. So congrats, everybody gets to make a cameo. You are all dungeon architects. So I might as well put your guys' thing here. Nothing. This will be a yeah, the credit room trap. This is great. This is actually really funny. Credit room. Players are forced to see the names of each person that worked on this dungeon. each of you can have a quote inscribed. Yeah, so, chat, if you guys want a quote to be inscribed, whatever you want it to say, as long as it's TOS appropriate, feel free. And we can drop it in there. That'll be funny. And they will be forced to watch it. Okay, we have the chest of slapping. For some reason, this text disappeared. Slapong. Chest of slapping. We have a couple of, just want this. There we go. Oh, and do a nickname we go by. I mean, for the most part, I would assume everyone's chat name is their nickname. If you guys want to go by something else, feel free. Absolutely fine. Alright. Great traps here so far. Haven't put anything in the first room, so you know what? We're actually going to move the chest of slapping into the first room. Just a nice introduction. What are your players' classes? This is not made for any players in mind. My current players in my D&D group, I already have everything kind of like written out in that world for them. This is for future campaigns, so it is made with a brush of vagueness. Make a room where you have to do a dance battle with goblins or fight them. Do you think they should fight goblins or mine goblins? You can put that in this room. Let me know what you think. Both? Alright, we'll make them... Alright, so they have to fight some goblins and mine goblins. Nah, sorry, I was looking at something. Look it up, nothing. You fell for a classic blunder, nothing. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't want to be the one to say it. I'm a merciful streamer, guys. Okay? I will set up the trap, but I will not take the shot. So, let it be known that I show mercy. But, yeah. Yeah. That's what that is. Alright, let's throw that in there, because that's absolutely what this trap is. It was Kid who thought of this, or Soup? It was Soup. Okay, so Soup, you are going up 1. Alright, I missed a couple chats. It's too chaotic for my players. Yeah, true. If they win the dance battle, they get some small disco balls. That's actually really cool. In the event of defeating the psychically slain character, will succumb to 2 random long-term madnesses. Wait, in the event of defeating the psychotically slain character, do you mean if they get possessed here? Is this what you're talking about? Let me know. Read idea 2. Oh, there we go. A potion, when you drink it, will restore 3d8 HP legitimately. After you take the long next long rest, however, players roll a d20, no mods, secretly a charisma save of DC 18. If failed, the character will be mentally assaulted by 3 CR5 undead. Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna put it in this room. This room will be our chest of no goodness. So, like, I don't know what to call this other than the potion of trauma. Heals 3d8, but after a long rest, can summon 5. Did you say 5? How many did you say? 3. 3 CR5 undead to attack the player. All right. There we go. Skeleton gang jumped them. So Kid goes up to 2. In the ebb and flow of life's currents, find your peace, for water teaches us that in stillness, clarity emerges in adversity, strength realized. Very wholesome, very cute. So, Aqua's quote. Very beautiful. Feel free to type in your quote, everybody. So like Aqua sent hers, so did Nothing. So these are really great quotes. Make a trap in the middle of the room that is obvious, but make the whole room trapped, except for the trap. That activates about 30 seconds after you've entered. The trap can be a sleeping magic that when you get hit by the trap, you sleep and you don't know it. What we could do is, what I'm thinking. Now, keep in mind, I think we're gonna have to limit how many rooms we can have. We're running out of fake spaces to make in our fake dungeon. Let's put another room here. And what I'm thinking for your trap room, which can be kind of funny, Nothing, is it is a sleeping mimic that they need to get eaten by to escape. What do you think about that? My quote is y'all got played. That's not actually your quote, nothing. I'm just teasing you. Soup the skeleton. Until everyone dies or have been the monster. So, tell me what you think should happen when they get eaten by the mimic. Oh. Whoops. Very obvious. Sleeping mimic. But the players must get eaten to escape the acid-filling room. Let's just say that. I think that probably makes sense. Checks out somewhere in the world. Yeah. Alright. Nothing's a troll, I'm here for it. Yeah, he very much is. Dev quote, the love and purity of a kid can quite easily derail into unchecked yet entirely oblivious cruelty. Ooh. Aqua Astra. Trying to get everybody's names. I got a quote. It was them. I'm innocent. I got you. Well, the mimic falls asleep to the trap room instead of the players so they can crawl out. Yeah, that's actually good. I did delete it. I'm going to, you know, I'm not going to let it go so easily, but, you know. I want you to, put your thing, We will definitely, you know what, we'll say if they happen to somehow read the backside of the wall, that's where it'll say it. Little Easter egg. So I'm pretty much thinking that it could just be like an acid filling room and they can like sit in the mimic until the acid fills up, empties out, and then they can just step out and leave. All right. I'm going to have to put a restriction on something. The rest of the traps need to be not additional rooms. Mainly because for every room that I put that's a trap, I usually want to put a room that's not a trap, so they don't just see that every room is a trap. Does it have to be as filling? Does it have to be A is filling that room? If they read my quote... Oh, hold up. It'll hint at them accepting to succumb to getting eaten by the mimic to escape. The piece alludes to them accepting fate. I mean, I could, I could put the quotes in different rooms. Make it uncomfortably disgusting when they crawl out just to mentally attack the players. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. Trap could be a sleeping magic that when you get hit by the trap, you sleep and you don't know. Oh, acid. Got you. Yeah, sure. Then let's put the 2. So with Aqua's quota can kind of lead to them going to sleep, but instead of acid filling the room, we could put a sleep enchantment. For nothing is trapped at you. No, come on, let me. Sometimes it gets a little weird. Cool. But the long credit scene will play anyways, you know? If you really think about it, like when you watch a movie, okay, they are going to annoy you at the beginning of the movie with the intro credits, telling you who directed it, who's starring it, right? And then you go watch the movie, and then they grab pretty much 80% of that information and put it once again as the long credits. So, you know, while it's this portion, they'll throw it in there. Same concept. We'll throw the quotes at the beginning, and in case they missed it and never saw it, it's there at the end. All right. I think, for the most part, this dungeon is pretty much done, unless anyone else wants to put some traps. Yeah, I think we're good. On a table, the bread of more, the bread can make more bread if near a different type of bread. The new bread is the mix of the breads. You're breaking my brain right now. On a table, the bread of more. The bread of more, the bread can make more bread if near a different type of bread. The new bread is a mix of the breads. I'm gonna need some comma soup. I'm really confused. Wifty, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I posted everything in Discord as YouTube sucks. My idea of the Mimic Room, because YouTube is too short. Mimic in the middle of the room, players can get eaten, but after about 30 seconds, the room is filled with sleeping gas. The gas will trap anyone in an imagination dream realm, where each person has to fight 5 monsters. Monsters deal 1/4 psychic damage to the players, but in the dream, narrate it like it is an actual attack. The characters lose or kill all monsters. Wait till each character is done before telling them they woke up. Yeah, that could actually work pretty well. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. That's good. He wants to make a magic item that is a magic bread that makes more bread. That is a mix of any bread near it or itself. Okay, so if we read it again in that context, on a table is the bread of more. The bread of more the bread. It can make... Okay, so it's the bread of more the bread. It can make more bread if near a different type of bread. And the new bread is a mix of the breads. So you can add breads together. think I understand now. I get it. I got a loot idea. Let's hear it. Kid. A longsword that has the ability to cast a knock spell, but will, upon use, will alter the player's charisma score by -3 permanently. This is a little brutal for just the knock. We'll put it, but this is a cursed item that you are putting in. Alright, so I think the best way to do this, if I really had to think about it, is we're going to have our table. I don't think there's a point in trying to make this even if my terrain isn't even. We're going to have a table, and on the table is going to be the piece of bread. Right? This is the bread of more bread that makes bread. This looks more like a taco. Trying to make a loaf. I don't think I can go that thin. Alright, whatever. It's a bread. And then we are also going to have a longsword. There we go. Alright, we're gonna put them together. Because they're gonna think no shot, both of these things are cursed. Alright, and let me grab this and put this check chain. And, you know, I'm very convinced that the trap that Soup the Skeleton put is less of the item itself and more of the description that I am going to send to the player when they pick up this piece of bread. And if they try to ask me for any clarifications, I'm just going to say, it's right there. It literally says it right there. If you can't read it, that is your problem. Because it means it's not my problem. Alright. This'll work. I could redraw this a little bit. There we go. Alright, let me catch up on what's going on. Add a chest set that the players can take with them. The chest set will trap any enemy inside the chessboard, but must trap an ally with that enemy. The enemy and the ally will assume a random roll on the chessboard and can only move in those directions. Roll a d6 for every type of chess piece. Okay. So. Once again. Random items. Let's put it in this room. Here's our table. We're gonna have a chest set. And this will be with these. Let's go like 8. There we go. Move the chest of slapping just a little bit. Come on. So select them both. It's fine, it's fine. Okay. Sounds good. So, hold up. I need to update the rankings. I'm very behind on chat. But do not worry, I will get there. So Soup went up to 3 with the bread. Wifty got 1. Who did the sword? Kid did the sword. Kid, you are at 3. Alright, we're moving up. Soup, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Aqua, for your last trap, can be in a hallway on their way out. Despite them seeing the exit, they need to close their eyes to physically reach the exit, although not sure how they figured that out. We could put some kind of hints later on, but it's a great idea. So we're just gonna extend this out. I'm just gonna pretend these are stairs as an easy fix to the drawing that I can't erase. Oh my god. Give me my there we go. Okay, so with these final Aqua's final trap is false exit. Must close eyes to actually exit the dungeon. Alright, Aqua, that puts you at... I have you at 2, not 3. What did I miss? I'm not sure. The bread is more of the name. Yeah, the name of the bread is more... The name is the bread of more. Just that. Got you. It's a thing aren't always as they seem trope, that the exit will appear if they stop using their eyes to go out of the dungeon. They are seemingly full of illusions and enchantments. Can you add that one scary monster I made a while back just to make players scared to sleep off the ground, but add snakes that bite them while on the ground? We could definitely put it in the dream realm when they go into that chest. That's probably a good place to put it. The longsword of unsealing is what you want to call it? Sure. What type of quote? It's just a quote that you want to put inscribed on this mural area at the end that the players can see. Boo? Sure. If you want to change, let me know, but with these quote. Boo. Make a riddle saying the things that are real are the things that you can't see. Idea for the final boss is Sans from Undertale. Sometimes you just have to walk with no way of knowing as the hint. But those things don't attack people until they sleep and get out of bed. I mean, they are sleeping in the thing, right? Okay. We could put the monster somewhere, but we could also just add it into the world in general. Okay, someone was asking about a final boss. The final boss is right here. In this ballroom. So, instead of kind of reading everything, this is pretty much the boss fight. Alright, I think I'm caught up with chat. So the item's called the Bread of More, and the other one was the Sword of Unsealing, I believe. Longsword of Unsealing. So let's go down here. Let's make this a little... Okay. And then the other one is the Bread of More. Okay. Oh, you're right, I'm at 2? Yeah, so feel free to think of a third one. True, but it needs to be once they get out of bed and once their legs hit the ground, then they attack you. Yeah, I mean, that could work. I mean, do you want to put it as a curse? Because, like, put it as an item that puts the effect on them. That way what ends up happening is that, like, there's pretty much a very small chance they're going to choose to sleep in the dungeon. Especially once they figure out that it's, like, booby-trapped to hell. So I would say think of an item that you can have them grab, and that'll put the curse on them. Josh, hey, I've been waiting to watch you again. I didn't see your schedule. My schedule is so random. But yes, if you join the Discord, there is a little channel that'll post whenever I go live or post a YouTube video. Fully linked in already before the last stream ended. Yeah, we ended up just kind of like, we didn't have to do much for the first one. We just kind of wrapped it up and then started doing a second dungeon. I think we're kind of nearing the end of this one, but the rules was that everyone can put 3 various traps in the dungeon. Each one has to be unique, but you can kind of copy from other people if you like what they did. And everyone has kind of started placing their traps in all sorts of places. Very, very fun. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was saying. Nothing. Probably just like an item that, or some mechanic to get the monster to go after them. Only because they can't really go to sleep in here. Other than that one little sleeping mimic. Make a quote. Yes. In case anyone here right now has not realized, at the end of this dungeon, there will be a mural here. That will have your guys' names on there. And you can write down a quote that will be inscribed at it as well. Mural of... actually, I'm just going to say... what's right there? Architects of the dungeon, in parentheses, you, will be inscribed on this mural. Alright, cool. You're all architects today. Tell your parents, tell your friends, tell your family. Well, true, it looks like you can't add the monster as it relies on sleep to make it scary. Yeah, that's the only, like, sort of bottleneck you'll hit. Mural of scrolling chat quotes. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good name. Cool. Okay, and that in itself is a trap that nothing put because it's essentially a credit scene at the end of a movie. They will be forced to watch it. All right. I think for the most part, this one's pretty much done. If we had to rank what would probably be the most devastating for them, I mean, this could potentially kill them, right? If they were to drown to death. But if we're being completely honest, nothing's going to hit them harder than this fight. This one's going to be really tough. Magic trap idea, a mimic with stupidly high charisma that tries to gaslight you into thinking it's a god. He controls some type of door, and you must convince him to let you through the door without admitting that the mimic is a god. If you say the mimic is a god, you turn into a stone for a long rest. Okay. Do we want to... Or do we want to put it in relation to this mimic? Piranha in a barrel? Piranha in a barrel is pretty deadly. That is actually a good contender. I was a fan of Piranha in a barrel. Oh, there's another mimic. We could put 2. None of the chests here are really safe, because, I mean, this chest straight up just slaps you. This chest you need to get eaten by, but it is a mimic. And this chest puts a potion that will heal you, but then summon skeletons to attack you when you take a long rest. I have given you all power, and I am now scared of you. Alright. I want to put your mimic with the... Let's put it at the end. I think it could go pretty well with what Aqua's trap is, which is the false exit. Because the players, if they sit there and realize that they are just never ending, there will be this door they can take. And the door will lead to this mimic that tells them, I can open a door that will take you out of the dungeon. But, you know, the final trap of that. All right. Now let's do like 16. Yeah, that works. In the light I fade away, mere illusions I display, but in darkness you shall see truth revealed in mystery. Damn, that's fire. And this is the hint for this part, right? Yeah, it's actually really well done. A+. I just had to do the dictionary. Put it in front of the boss. The boss is going to be a little tough. Mainly because the boss is a ballroom dance floor, and it's an imposter, so they don't really know who the boss is. Okay. That's to help them if they need it in the last hallway. I think it's really good. Want a cursed item? I'm pretty sure everything they've already put in is a cursed item, but feel free. Absolutely. The potion idea is a reference to Eternal Darkness, Sanctity's Requiem. Sounds pretty cool. Midnight, if you send a picture of the full map, I'll make an incarnate version of it. Yeah, feel free. I will probably send these in segments in the Discord. And then we can check it out. This will be pretty funny. Speaking of which, while I no longer have the link, in case anybody has not joined the Discord, this is how you can now go live, as well as interact with other stuff, some of the people in chat here. Feel free to join. It'll let you know when I go live and also post YouTube videos. Which, if anyone's watching on Twitch, I do have a YouTube channel, Midnight Coffee. I post a lot of DM helpful tip videos, as well as some player ones too. And there's a couple gaming ones in there every now and then. Make a random fountain with no context that teleports but shoots acid right upward. So then you randomly find it blocking corridors, and it's just that it teleports if the players are not looking at it. So it's kind of like a weeping angel of a weeping angel acid fountain. The Discord theme doesn't work. Man, I really thought it would. I can't believe it. I went to the internet and I looked up the guide, and the internet doesn't lie, guys. So I don't understand. I gotta go put a dislike on that video. It said real easy steps. Yeah, except 10 times more annoying. Tab that idea. We can put it in another dungeon. I don't want us to throw all of our ideas at dungeon number 2. We have plenty of dungeons to make. I wonder if it's because no one is a mod that you have to do it as a mod. The whole point of it is that someone can randomly be watching the stream and say like, "Oh, I want to join the Discord," /Discord, and then it like. Sometimes I think it's like an exclamation point, but I don't know if that does anything different. Can I do it? Let me try. I know sometimes it's the exclamation point. Oh yeah, try it with an exclamation point Discord and see if that works. Is it just me? It's just me. So that's where I guess I set it up wrong. I could throw it out then pretty easily anytime someone asks. But before next stream, I'll find a way to fix that. Bowl of Hunger, an ornate bowl that produces a seemingly infinite number of fruits and vegetables. However, unknown to those eating it, they're what they see or taste as the bowl radiates a constant illusion. They are eating organs belonging to their race. As they become addicted, the illusion will slowly dissipate, revealing... This is so crazy. This is really dark. Of course we're adding this in. Hey, 100 messages today reached in the chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for participating in it. Hope everybody is having fun. You may need mod or higher. Yeah, I just want to, like, more put it so, like, anyone can also put it. Put the chat command. Okay, we're gonna have to put this... we'll put this cursed item somewhere. Okay, we'll probably have to save it for a probably more dark-themed dungeon. So we're gonna keep it tabbed. More of, like, I can't find a place to put it that will... We could put it in Nothing's Maze Room Trap. Oops. That is an option. Yeah, things just went from 0 to 10 for this one. Fern, welcome. Happy to see that you did end up making it. Add a room that has 4 sides from the outside and 5 sides of the same size on the inside. And is also completely empty. This is my one contribution. If this is your one contribution, I'll put an extra room for you. I know I said no more rooms, but I'll do it just for you. We can just attach it right here. Actually, let's just put it, because they need to see the outside of it and they're in a dungeon. I'm going to put it over here. Just kind of this random pathway that has this house that's just right here. There you go. And the last thing will be to just grab this. Boom, and easy money. All right, gamers, we are cooking. Next to the Bread of More. Oh, you mean the cursed bowl? We could actually put it there. In total, 3 objects. Not a bad one. It's actually probably the best place to put it. We're gonna put it as a little bowl over here. We draw an arrow that leads up to it. Yeah, I would not want to be at that table. Make a quote for the Great Mural of Scrolling chat quote. Yeah, so allow me to add the new architects. Man, sometimes it gets wonky. This is obviously not an app designed for what we're doing. At this point, since we're getting near the end of the stream, I'm more just going to type the names rather than keeping track of the things. So, Xander, feel free to give yourself a quote as one of the architects. That at the end of this dungeon, the players will be able to see everyone who worked on it and see a quote that you guys typed in. and then as well as for you, Fern. Let's see. The Ring of Undeath, the Tyrant Crown of the Enslaved, the Flesh Key, the Friendly Enemy Figurines, Cloak of the Ethereal Walker. These are all really, really cool sounding. Keep these. I don't want to throw all of our eggs in one basket. The Dungeon series is going to go on for a bit. I think overall this has been pretty fun, both for me as a streamer, and I hope for you guys as chatters and viewers. So my plan is we're gonna make a bunch of dungeons, and I don't want us to throw all of our ideas in one, and then 4 days later we're just sitting in awkward silence wondering what to put in this next one. So if there's any that you want to throw in, we can absolutely throw some in. But all of those sound super cool, and I want to divide them out through different dungeons. So all of these traps, what do you think is the nastiest trap in Dungeon 2? Nastiest as far as grotesque and will probably make me vomit is definitely this bowl. This is something that I will probably not have for every single type of player. I have some players that are completely cool with that kind of it getting in that sense of dark themes. I have other players that it might be a red line for them, but it's all about figuring out who your players are. However, if you wanted to say nastiest as far as like, man, this is really kind of brutal, I really think the gaslighting hole where it looks like a trap but it's not is probably going to take the entire session. I guarantee my players are going to spend probably 10 hours figuring out what's wrong with this. Death is a mercy, life is torturous. Let's do that as your quote. This may not be appropriate, but it sure is horrifyingly deadly for the next dungeon. Make a room that is filled with chlorine. When enter, you have to use the bathroom. You have an unstoppable urge to use the bathroom. If you fail, you pretty much soil yourself and it mixes with chlorine. Must have guessed in which... Okay, yeah, that's a crazy chemical reaction. That's simply... Okay, no worries, no worries. All right. Overall, we got the traps. We got the dungeon. We have the final boss. The only thing left now is for us to actually make the reward and the loot. So let's add our little treasure room, which will probably just be right here. All right, now we need to make actual good stuff, everyone. All right. I know, you guys are groaning in your chairs. Put your cursed items on the table. We need to make some good items, okay? They went through your guys' possibly inhumane dungeon, and now they need some rewards for that. So, start thinking it out. As you can tell, I'm a fan of Lovecraft. I mean, D&D has a lot of Lovecraft inspiration. One of the things is Is it the Book of the Dead that is like the biggest... No, there is a book that is wrapped in like flesh. I'm trying to remember what it was. The Necromonicon, maybe? Can you reserve one spot for me real quick while I type this out? Yeah, absolutely. Friendly enemy figurine can be good, but does require an interaction. Is it something they can take later and use later? Because, I mean, that's perfectly fine if that's the case. Fern made a quote on Discord. Let me check it out. I was. It's deep on so many levels. There we go. Okay. This is a little... Let me just type it so it's the right size. The bronze mirror that was mentioned. Yeah, let's grab this. Oh, that's not gonna work. Ah, damn. The image is not working. In case anyone's curious, this is the bronze mirror that was mentioned earlier. It's however long, 3 posts work, or 3 posts worth. Probably hold on to it for another one then. Unless you can trim it down. I have more because I have definitely learned that if a description is too long, a player is going to be so confused. Yes, actually, the Discord is a great place to post it. That's actually way better. So we could put the item here and post it in Discord, and then that could be used as like the description to send. Make a dashing rapier. Upon attacking, it moves you 10 feet towards the enemy. It has 5 feet of range and does 1d6 piercing. The ability activates on the attack. Alright, so I think... let me think here. Actually, yeah, okay, I'll just copy-paste and put the items here. And then kind of have it down. But if it's insanely long, for obvious reasons, I cannot. So if it's in the YouTube thing, I can easily just put this right here. The mirror of good looks. It lies to you and tells you look so much better than you are. That's so brutal. Okay. A magic longsword that always misses. I was gonna do another for an idea, but it would be too powerful for a long-term campaign. Wait, the sword that always misses is too powerful? I'm confused. Where should I post them? Good question. Do we have a channel for items? Okay, yeah, if you go to, I believe, the homebrew section, I believe you can mark something as an item. Yeah, you can mark it as a homebrew item and then put it in there. Yeah, homebrew doesn't good. Quote, look out for the triangle guy. Possessed Dipper. Wait, which part is the quote? The whole thing? I'm gonna assume it's the whole thing. I'm putting the whole thing. That's how quotes work. And this is from Josh Keaton. Oh, he had another idea that was so powerful that he has the longsword that always misses. Got it. Yeah, you should be able to make it, I guess, like under one item, right? On Discord. Okay, you have a different description for the sword. Where's the thing? There we go. Cool. We're getting there. We're cooking. Cooking with gas. Already typed that. Want them all as a single post, or you want each item to be their own post? Make each item its own post if it's like different individual items. It's mainly also that like other people can also look at your homebrew stuff. And the idea, just in case it's not clear, is like obviously if somebody likes your ideas, you know, and they want to put it in their campaigns, it's kind of like more of the intended thing. What I originally was also doing, was I would also, we would review your guys' homebrew as a stream, like in some of the streams, and those are not entirely off the table, but they are sometimes just a lot of like time invested towards it, and so I sometimes struggle finding the time to dedicate a stream for it. But yeah, if they're different items, absolutely put them as their own different posts. Dipper saying it well, laughing well possessed. All right. Yeah, so Dungeon 2, I think, is pretty much settled. The only thing left now is just the rewards. Don't think about putting obvious things like gold and potions and stuff like that, like normal potions. Those are already in. New tag IDs, normal item, magic item, curse item. That is actually a pretty good idea. We can definitely put those in. Kind of nice categorizing. There we go. I posted a reward inside Discord Homebrew. Oh, for the rapier? Very nice. Yeah, anytime you guys make something that like you're really proud of and you like, absolutely post it in there. The best way everybody gets better at DMing is by helping each other. Not a single person is ever going to get all the great ideas by themselves. So, in general, don't ever even feel bad if you look at someone else's homebrew and you say, yo, that was sick. I kind of like am inspired to do something like it. That's absolutely fine. Most things are just inspired off other things. As the quote says, it's all a remix of a remix of a remix of a remix. I need help improving my homebrew items. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes when you first start out with homebrew and you realize you have that much free reign to do whatever you want, you'll tend to break your game at the start. But that is going to happen for 99% of people. You either break the game, but you want your players to have fun. It's coming at a place of good heart. Or you make some pretty underwhelming stuff. But with enough time and experience, you kind of realize what's good for what. what they should be getting at what levels, and then you'll overall start giving them a really good experience. Alright. One thing that I feel like they should get is I'm always a fan of something called a recall box. It could be called really many things. I just personally call it a recall box, and my players for the most part know what it is at this point. As an action, this box teleports you and 6 of your nearest allies to the closest known tavern where a plate of food and drinks await you. This is pretty much what I call the oh shit button. It's something that I like to give players very sparingly, not a crazy amount, but pretty much it's a nice little box with a big red button on it. And if they are ever in a situation that is, oh, this is dangerous and we need to get out, they click the button, they go to a tavern, and they get to essentially have a nice feast with drinks to just be safe. But it also allows those cool situations where they want to walk somewhere randomly and you can have them walk into a dragon's lair without guaranteeing that they're going to die. How about a cigar that that's made from a dead god's bone marrow and hellfire ash? Ooh, this sounds sick. Any idea what you want to call it? I just realized you guys are over here. Right, you're over here in this chat box. And I have no idea when I've been drawing under chat and possibly not being like you guys not seeing things, but I'm gonna assume everything went perfectly fine and smooth. Alright. I think this is good for Dungeon 2. We'll do the same thing we did with Dungeon 1, which is everybody can think about some rewards between now and next stream for anything they would want to put. And then next stream, we could do Dungeon 3. We could see what we needed. Okay, good. Alright, the only thing that I just want to make sure, as we are heading to the last months of the stream, is did I get everybody here with the quote? If you participated in any way, even if you were here just watching and having a blast, if you don't see your name here, let me know, because I want to make sure I get all of you. The dashing rapier, the sword of chattering, and the mirror of good looks. Yeah. In progress of a name, but its ability is called Smoke the Pack, and that was only 2 ingredients of the item. Reworking my quote, that's fine? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, nothing here is finalized or set in stone. If next stream you guys decide, like, you want to change a couple things, then absolutely feel free to do that. We will be streaming tomorrow, though. So, feel free... Yo, what's behind me? I'm just kidding. We will be streaming tomorrow, so feel free to come on down if there's any changes you want to put. And so overall, I hope to see you all there. There was nothing behind them. I just wanted to look behind them. Nice. All right. I'm going to assume I didn't miss anyone. If I did, let me know in the Discord, and I will add your name or next stream tomorrow, and we'll put you in there. That's my quote. Got you. Hold up. Very nice. Oh yes, sorry. Need to get. I honestly stopped keeping track after like the last couple, like the last 40 minutes. More because I wanted the new chatters who were coming in to just kind of get a moment to put their stuff in. But everyone who came in, thank you so much for participating. I always love doing these with you guys. It is the highlight of my day. So thank you for participating, and I hope to see you on the next stream. Bring your great ideas here. Xander, thank you very much for following. I appreciate it. If you have not already, you can join the Discord, where you can see when I go live, as well as talk to our community in general. I appreciate every last one of you guys. Have a great night. I'll see you on the next one, and enjoy a nice cup of coffee.